The main investigator, Victoria Rees, who was in charge with looking into my practice, she wrote an email to her and to the people that were helping her with the investigation. And in that email, she said that there's problems when people bring the hood into the practice. Okay.
And she said this to who, sorry?
She said this to her investigators that were working under her to investigate my practice.
And what did that mean?
So I asked her what it meant. And what she said that it meant, so I started by asking her her knowledge of my socioeconomic background at the time. It was little. Her knowledge of my upbringing, she knew very little. So I asked her, what did she mean by hood? And she said in cross-examination, and I've got transcripts and audios to prove this, she said that it means that you're black. And I said, so what you're saying is you perceive that there's problems when black people enter the profession. And she said, yes. So
she said this where?
At the hearing panel during under oath, yes. I believe they swear them in under oath, or maybe lawyers are presumptively under oath. I can't remember. But she said it at the hearing. Audio recording and a transcript. And she said that her interpretation of her own email is there's problems when people bring blackness into the profession. I mean, to me, that's as blatant as it gets in terms of an admission of racism. And this is the person that prosecuted me and spent the Bar Society's money. It was the longest and costliest regulatory proceeding in Nova Scotia Barristers Society history. And it was very minor allegations for the most part, double bookings and stuff that's normal for other lawyers. And, you know, it's clearly racist. That's one example of the racism. I'll give you another. 2011, Darrell Pink made a memo, and Darrell Pink was the executive director of the Bar Society. Essentially, he's the head of the Bar Society. He wrote a memo to his own file referencing a conversation that he had with the chief judge of the provincial court. In that conversation, according to his own notes, he stated to Judge Curran, there's problems with a young lawyer. And by the way, this was 2011 when I was 1 year at the bar. He said, there's problems with a young black lawyer, African Nova Scotian lawyer, and I want to know if you've heard anything negative about him. The chief judge reported back only that he's double booked, or he doesn't appear in a timely fashion, but that's the case with lots of lawyers. Darrell Pink then told that judge to go to the judiciary to look for negative information about me and report it back to him. He had no reason to go on that fishing expedition. The Bar Society, by their own admission, only proceed reactively, not proactively. So they don't go looking for information. If there's a complaint, they investigate it. In my case, he identified my race, singled me out for negative stigma from the bench. And by the way, this was before I was charged with anything criminally.
So roughly what year was this?
2011.
Okay.
And I wasn't charged until 2014, I believe. So he singled me out. Sorry, the trial was in 2014. I might have been charged in 2012. Can't remember. But it was definitely before I was charged. So he singled me out, created negative stigma from the judiciary, and went looking for negative information while identifying my race.